Hello, this is Simple SolidWorks again. This tutorial is going to be like a second part of the first one that I made. The first one I made of this particular series was that I created this route pipe here, and I was showing you how to do an extrusion that follows a path. On this particular video, I want to show you how could you keep this part that's I'm highlighting here from changing, or help you change it when you modify either this part or this part. So you have two teams. There's you who's creating the pipe, there's team A that's creating this structure, and there's team B that's creating this structure. The issue is they have not resolved where this hole or this hole are finalizing in their project. Now you're in charge of creating the pipe. So your concern is that you don't want your pipe not to match at the same height or be coincident or concentric to their holes, and you're constantly concerned with that. So a way to avoid that is that once Team A and Team B creates their part and have a hole, is for you to bring in your part, and you can do the following steps to sort of lock your drawing to their holes, and then when they change the hole location, the drawing, your design, should update by itself. So let's get started on that. The first thing you want to do is you want to right click here on your part, and you want to say edit part. Now once you say edit part, you're back, and you see that the two team A and team B are sort of transparent. That means that you are on the right path, and you can also tell because your part now is highlighted blue. So that means that you are in editing mode within that particular part. So now what you want to do is you want to go to the edit sketch, and you want to edit this sketch, the 3D sketch, and you want to take away the constraints that are bounding the sketch. So what I mean is you want to get rid of these dimensions, because they're the ones that are going to drive this drawing, and at this point that's not what you want to do. So you want to highlight the dimensions. I like to just go click and then drag my mouse that highlights that dimension, and you want to highlight it, and you want to highlight it, so forth, and get rid of the dimensions that are tying it. Oops, didn't want to do that. Get rid of that. You can keep the radiuses, that's fine. So now you've gotten rid of all your dimensions. So now what you want to do is that you want to create a convertive entity from this existing A project, or the A side of the building, right, or part, and sort of make it part of this sketch but still attached to this sketch. And the way you do that is by clicking on the sketch itself, or the part, the edge of that you want to convert, and you hit convert entity. So that part now becomes a converted entity. So at that point, you want to take this piece here, this spot or dot, you want to hold the shift button, click on that circle, and you want to say concentric. So now your sketch is concentric to that edge that you just converted. You hit convert, and now you notice that it turned black. That's a good sign. It means that it found that edge. You do the same thing on the other side, and then you pick the end of your line. You hold the shift button. You click the edge that you converted. You add a constraint to it. It says concentric now. You hit OK. So now you've sort of tied the ends of your pipe to these two holes that they have created. And you want to do that so that when that hole moves, this sketch will move with it. So now you confirm that change here. You click on this icon again. Now you go back to fully assemble mode. So now what's going to happen is if you double click on this, if you double click on the hole, it has a dimension on it, and you say, well, let's move that. The team keeps moving it around, so they're going to click on it, and they're going to move it up 10, let's say. Then what you do, you come up here with this little street or rebuild, and you hit the rebuild button, and that should move. Let's try it on this side. You get to see a little bit better on this side. That was a constraint, so this should be constrained on this side. Let's do 10. Let's hit rebuild. Okay, so the whole move. Let's put this box here. I'm gonna constrain it. I'm gonna fix it so it doesn't move. So you get to see a little bit more of the effects of how that works. I'm gonna go back to 8 on this side. And I'm gonna hit rebuild. And there it is. So you notice that everything sort of shifted down. You got a couple errors here. Could be that it's causing some issues there. But if you do this routinely, most of the time, if you notice that if you do it at a more of a, the more you practice at it, the better you get at it. It's just the way it is with SolidWorks. You just got to keep practicing, doing some things, find out what works, what doesn't work. And sometimes the mates get kind of crazy, so you probably just want to get rid of some of these mates that are causing the problem, and that'll make it go away. Some of these errors are just mate related, they're not drawing related. But you notice that the part is shifting as it goes. It moves as you move back and forth with it, it's going to shift. And that's a good thing to have, because if you work with several other people that are working in different projects and you want to maintain your drawing, it helps you keep that pipe routed this way. And again, this is for those who don't have the routing software. This is for when you buy SolidWorks standard, and it just comes with out of the box. It doesn't have any other fancy stuff that it does come with other ways of doing this. Like in this case, I do have piping, and I can create a pipe by dragging and dropping two endpoints, one here and one there, and the pipe will then route itself. And then regardless of how that hole moves up or down, it will reroute itself. And that's great if you have the $5,000 or $6,000 that you need to purchase the piping and the tubing and all this other options that you have up here. But if you are working in a low budget and you only have about $3,000 and this is what it comes with, then this particular option will be good for you, because it will help you at least keep your piping and your design true. As long as this keeps moving up and down, you should be able, it should automatically adjust itself. I hope this makes sense to most of you, and if you have any questions about this video and how to do this, please put them on the comments below. I'll be more than happy to reply and let you know, and help you, guide you through this process. Once again, I want to thank you for watching, and be on the lookout for the next video. I'm going to be talking about creating some lofts and some extruded lofts.